What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Panthers Advice. Today, man, we're going over our next receiver that the Panthers may or may not draft. That is Lad McConkey out of Georgia. If I'm saying that name wrong, please let me know in the comments, but let's talk a little bit about Lad. He's about 6 foot tall, 185, 4.3940. Now, we talked about X out of South Carolina last week. If you haven't already, go check out that video. Xavier reminded me a lot of Mingo as far as kind of build. Just a quicker guy in space. When I watch Lad right here, he reminds me of Adam Thielen. A very, very smart route runner who's got that sleeper speed. When I watched Lad on film, I couldn't tell that he ran a 4.3940. He's got that sleeper speed. What you're also going to see, though, is he knows how to find the soft spot in the zones. He knows how to make the cornerbacks miss. It's going to be hard to choose between him and X. Let's go through the film, and at the end, maybe we'll talk a little bit more about it. Let's get into it. So the first play from Lad right here, you're going to see an out route, but here's what I love right here. He's going to bounce it to the inside and comes back to the outside. What Lad's trying to do is get this cornerback right here to open up his hips. If he can get this cornerback to open up his hips this way, and then Lad can bounce it back to the outside, bada bing, bada boom, first down, right? Take a look. For a second, he gets him. Cornerback does a great job, but for a second, Lad's going to get him. As you can see, he's off balance. Lad's going to cut this way. He created that separation. Great stuff right there. On top of that, look how much room the quarterback can use to throw it to Lad, right? Look at all this room right there. Great stuff, man. Let's keep it going. Now we're going to jump to the second play. You got Lad as the outside receiver. We're going to let it run. We're going to break it down after. Take a look right here. Bam. He's going to cut. The second he sees that safety start to backpedal, boom, he's going to cut right. In between the safety and the DB behind him. Great stuff right there, man. Bang. The other thing I love about this play is it's third down, right? We saw it's two-man under, man-to-man, two high safeties right here. Now, depending on how these guys play it, Lad potentially right here was going to run a rub route, right? But as you're going to see, this slot corner actually sticks with Lad. But let's say the slot corner tries to go underneath. Let's say he tries to go underneath. Lad's going to run the rub route, basically pick him right there. That guy's going to be open underneath. But as you're going to see, this corner right here is actually going to pick up the slot receiver. Well, that's not good for number 9 because he's already trailing right there. Then, bam, Lad runs a great route. Good stuff right there, man. Let's keep it going. This next play right here, you got Lad at the top of your screen. We're going to let it run, break it down after. Once again, we see the exact same thing that we saw before, right? The second the DB starts to backpedal, take a look. He starts to open up his hips. Bam. Lad's going to get low. Cut. Boom. He's open, right? Take a look at this one more time. Running. Maybe a streak. Nope. He's going to cut. The second he sees the DB open up his hips. Take a look. He opened up his hips. Bang. Lad's getting low, right? Take a look. His hips are going this way. Lad's cutting right here. Bang. Bang, man. Great stuff right there. Take a look at this. So as you're going to see, he's going to come up, stop, bam, bait the defender. Take a look at that. Number 12 bites on that. Boom. Here comes Lad on the backside, as you're going to see. Gotcha. Woo, man. This next play we're going to look at, you got Lad right here. Watch what he does. Recognize his zone coverage, sits right there in the zone. That is exactly what I'm talking about. He is a very smart guy. So as we take another look at this, he's going to recognize zone coverage. So instead of keep going right here with his route, he knows most likely that linebacker's going to pick him up. So seeing its zone coverage, linebacker's going to drop down there. Lad's going to stop. And as you know, the QB's going to find him, bang, wide open, man. Now, let's say it's a man coverage. If it's a man coverage, Lad's obviously going to keep going because either this linebacker right here is supposed to pick him up or this guy's supposed to pick him up. Either one, Lad's probably winning that one-on-one, right? But he recognizes his own coverage. Bada bing, bada boom. Good stuff, man. Let's keep it going. This next play we're going to look at, you got 87 right here going in motion. Now, that's very important to note, right? Because I believe he was all the way out here. He's going to go in motion. Go over here. Now, why is that important to know? Well, look at number 3. Number 3 is going to pick up Lad. So remember I said that we're going to let the play go. We're going to break it down after. Bang, bang. Woo! Great stuff right there. And Lad's going to take that for 6. So as you're going to see, look how much space is there right when the ball is snapped, right? Ball snapped, a little RPO. Okay, probably what, 5-7 yards right there. So as you're going to see right here, bang, does that double move, creates that separation once again. Now, why is that important? We'll take a look. At the beginning of this play, about 5 to 7 yards like we said before, right? But a couple seconds later, the DB, he closes that gap immediately. Lad's going to recognize that. Bang, bang, goes up, cuts it back out. And look at that separation once again, man. Great stuff. This next play we're going to look at, you got Lad right here, about a 5-7 yard hitch, sits right there, recognizes zone coverage. Very, very smart guy. I know I've been saying that, but take a look at this once again, right? Take a look. Recognize his own coverage. Bam. He goes to pick up the flat right there. Boom. He's going to come over. Doesn't go too high. Sits right there on that first down marker, man. Great stuff. Let's keep it going. Right here, we're going to have a screen to Lad right here. First guy puts him on the spin cycle, and then bam, just runs past everybody. That is that speed I'm talking about. When he's running, it just doesn't seem flashy, but it's there, I promise. 4.3940. He's got the speed, right? Take a look at this. Spin cycle at the 35-yard line, then bam. Runs about, what, 20 more yards right there, man? Great stuff. I love it. He's elusive in space, a great route runner. Can't really go wrong with this guy, honestly. You can't really go wrong. Let's keep it going. On this play right here, we're going to have a post route, and look at that double move once again. Creating that separation allows him to go get that ball really uncontested, right? Take a look at this one more time. As you can see right here, the DB is pretty much on him. That post route could get picked, could get deflected, right? So take a look what happens. That little double move right there, that one little double move. At first, this DB right here is in front of Lad, but as you're going to see, take a look what happens. Bang, bang. So now as you can see right here, Lad's going to be able to run that post route a little bit easier because that DB isn't right on top of him. Good stuff, man. Let's keep it going. Right here against Ole Miss, look at this little double move. Oh, man, that was nasty. That was nasty right there. I got to run that back. So as you're going to see, Lad, bam, gets the DB to bite on that. DB's going to turn around completely. Take a look at this. The DB turns around completely. Hips are now going this way. Lad's running right past him. That is wild. Because at the beginning of this play, take a look. DB's going this way. Lad's going this way, right? 2 seconds later, bang, bang. The DB is now going this way, and Lad is running right by him. That is wild. I mean, that's just crazy, guys. That's just crazy, man. Let's keep this thing going. All right, guys, we've got one more play left. Right here does a great job being the press. Bam, cuts that thing in. Not the best throw. Probably has to be thrown sooner, but let's talk about this one thing real quick. So as you're going to see, does a pretty good job cutting right here. Take a look. Bang. I just don't see that acceleration after the cut. If I had to nitpick, again, nitpick being the key word, nitpick one thing, it would be that. When it comes to the acceleration, I'm probably taking X. When it comes to the route running, I'm probably taking Lad. They've both got their ups and downs. Let me know what you guys think. We've got one more play to go. Let's check it out. So right here against Bama, you have him at the top of your screen. Does a great job bringing this ball in. So that's going to wrap it up. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Like I said before, comment below if there's any other rookies you want me to do. I have a couple on the board. But as always, comment anyway, and I'll make sure I knock them out for you guys. How do I feel about him and X? It's tough because I love Lad's route running, right? But I also love how explosive X is in space. And by X, I mean Xavier out of South Carolina. If you haven't already, go check out that video, right? It's tough because it's going to depend on how Dave runs this offense. And since we haven't really seen a lot of Dave other than that 1 year in Seattle really, and then Tampa Bay last year, we haven't seen a lot. So for me to pick one or the other, I can't do that right now. Maybe when the season's over, I'll be like, oh, Lad was definitely the right pick, or X was the right pick, or maybe there's another guy you guys are going to comment below and tell me about. So I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take it easy. Have a good weekend. Panthers Advice is out.